Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds is coming to the Nintendo 3DS. This is very much a link to the past, and that is very near and dear to my heart. What are you guys going to bring differently to the world of Zelda with this game?
Well, first of all, it is set in the world of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So it's a very familiar world. You know, the overworld looks very familiar to people that play that game. And a lot of people think that is one of the best Zelda games of all time. It is a fantastic game. Now this time, Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, you're going to have all brand new dungeons you're going to be exploring. And we've shown off a new mechanic so far. You can actually turn into a drawing and go up against the wall. Now, this will allow you to get into new places and find new secrets and get all the heart pieces and all the great things that people expect out of a Zelda game.
Now, how exactly does that work? You mentioned like we can just stick to a wall. Is that something that we're going to be able to do on any wall, on any surface, or is it just going to be certain points throughout the game?
You know, it's most of the walls. I found you can do it inside dungeons and also in the overworld. There might be some walls that aren't compatible with that, but a lot of walls that I've tried so far, you can just go up to them, you hit the button, you become a drawing. It's almost like a chalk drawing that's moving along the wall. It's a very cool effect, and like I say, it's a new mechanic that's going to allow for new puzzle solving.
Can you give us a little bit of the story behind the game? What exactly is going on in this world again?
It is a direct sequel to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So certainly some things might be very familiar to Zelda fans, but it's going to be a brand new story, and we want to preserve the surprise on that.
So why is the top-down perspective such a friendly perspective, especially for Zelda gamers who appreciate that original style of Zelda? Why is it so fun and cool to bring back?
You know, the original Legend of Zelda was, of course, a top-down adventure, so it's got a little reminiscence from that. I think that people are very comfortable with that, you know, because of The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past was such a popular game that it is a real sort of a comfort zone, but it lends itself to that kind of exploration and discovery that makes Zelda games so great.
And having the 3D element as well on the 3DS, how are you guys going to be utilizing that and taking advantage of the power of the 3DS?
Well, of course, with the 3DS, you have that real depth when you're looking into the screen, and they've used it in dungeons especially. There's a lot of verticality to it. So you might find an item that will spring you up, and you can kind of see it coming right out of the screen as you're moving up through the dungeons. It gives you that depth and that verticality, new ways to kind of take a look at that top-down view, you know, when you're looking deep, deep into the dungeon. So there's a lot of fun things done with that 3D effect.
Crawling through dungeons has never been as fun as it will be in the new Legend of Zelda. I mean, this is the coolest thing ever. He's back. Link to the Past sequel, people. It's for you and me.